Another day of breaking news. Within the last hour, Governor Steve Bullock addressed the state right here, live on MTN, stressing the importance of sacrifice for all of Montana. Now, the governor expressing that younger generations need to stay home. He pointed out that in Gallatin County of Montana's COVID-19 cases, 72 of the 93 confirmed cases there are people under the age of 65. He says although staying home may seem basic and mundane, it's absolutely critical, and it's a sacrifice we must make.
I can't stress enough that every step that Montanans take now and in the following weeks will make all the difference in managing through this health crisis. And I should note, I also say in the following weeks that note that the directives, the vast majority of the directives that we've put in place are set to expire next Friday, April 10th. While we haven't done it yet, I do anticipate that we'll be extending those orders.
Bullock also emphasizing the importance of maintaining social distancing and washing your hands even when you are staying home. The governor asking for cooperation again from all age groups to stay at home and help slow the COVID-19 virus. Again, telling Montana he expects to extend the stay-at-home orders past next Friday, April 10th. Well, all of this in an effort to slow the virus that's now upped Montana's confirmed cases to 243 today. Here's a look at the latest numbers this afternoon. Overnight, the state confirmed 2 more cases, up from 241 last night. There have been no new deaths reported since Wednesday. A man in his 30s tested positive to bring Yellowstone County's total to 36. Gallatin County continues to see multiple positive tests each day. 93 people have contracted the virus there. So far, 24 patients with coronavirus have been hospitalized across the state. Across the U.S., more than 6,500 people have died. The number of cases continues to climb, now nearing the 258,000 mark. Around the world, the amount of people who have contracted coronavirus has moved over 1 million today, and near 56,000 people have died. Well, with so many people unemployed, many consider themselves lucky to still have a job. But in a household with 1 or more members that are at high risk of complications from the coronavirus, coming home after work can be extremely stressful for the ones who care about them. MTN's Lauren Heiser talked with a Missoula family who is battling that fear every day.
Hi, I'm Charlie Fast and I'm Fleet.
Charlie, Bailey, and their mother Megan have been in self-isolation since the 14th of March, mainly because Charlie has severe asthma and has been hospitalized in the past for being in respiratory distress.
We just hit a little bit ago a year of not doing hospital visits, so we don't plan on going back to the hospital anytime soon.
Megan has taken time away from running her own business during the outbreak to stay home with the girls while her husband goes to work. Though the couple says they feel very lucky that Matt still has a stable job, they worry about bringing the virus home to their kids.
And it's just a constant worry that, my baby could be rushed to the hospital by herself. It's an emotional thought that she could get sick and I wouldn't be able to be by her side during that time.
Dr. Ronald Black is a family practice physician, hospitalist, and an emergency room physician.
It turns out to keep this virus out of your home we think is pretty easy.
Dr. Black had several recommendations. When you arrive at home, go straight to an area where you can change out of your clothes, put them in the wash, and then jump immediately into the shower. He says to brush your teeth, wipe down surfaces, and then and only then can you interact with your family. The Pfaff family is already practicing these methods. While they wait patiently in isolation, Charlie's big sister Bailey has a message she wants to share.
Stay home and stay safe.
In Missoula, Lauren Heiser, MTN News.
Thanks, Lauren. Now, a while back, Megan posted on Facebook saying the family needed some art supplies. She says within a few hours, the family had enough supplies to last the girls until they turn 18. Well, Montana just made it a little easier to get your driver's license renewed during the coronavirus outbreak. During the declared state of emergency, if your license is up for renewal, you can renew it online or by mail. The latest directive signed by the governor suspends the need for you to send in the medical and vision forms that are normally required. Exam stations will continue to be open, but the Motor Vehicle Division is asking the public to utilize online renewals if possible. Last month, the governor signed an order allowing Montanans' licenses to be valid for 90 days after expiration if it expires in March, April, or May. Well, Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks is shutting down parts of fishing access sites in state parks. MTN's Megan Mannering reports.
So you may be going a little stir crazy at home, but before you venture off for your next fishing or camping excursion, you might consider some of FWP's recent closures. Overnight camping has officially been cut off for the time being. Campgrounds will be systematically closed to give current campers 72-hour notice. Group sites, including playgrounds and fishing piers, are also closed, along with visitor centers. And you can't forget bathroom facilities, which will also be off limits. FWP expects restricted access for these sites until at least April 10th, and you should know enforcement staff will be regularly patrolling those areas. After evaluating all of the places where people tend to congregate, FWP knew that implementing some restrictions would be their safest option. But if you're really itching to get out of the house or even out on the water, fishing access sites are still open.
Those spots at the fishing access sites that allow access to water really are great places to go. Separate yourself while you're waiting for your turn to launch a boat, for example. Make sure you're giving everybody their space, but then once you get out there on the water, it's a great opportunity to be outside right now, but to be separated from others at the same time.
In Missoula, Megan Mannering, MTN News.
Thanks so much. Now you can visit fwp.mt.gov for review of closures and sites that are still open, and there you'll also find updated information on license purchasing and carcass tags. It's now time to check in on the weather scene with Rob Griggs. Good afternoon, Rob Griggs. Some good news today.
Yeah, Janelle, and we're talking about getting outdoors. We have no winter weather advisories going into the weekend statewide. It's a bonus right now. That doesn't mean we won't have any showers out there, but fewer than we've had the past couple of days. You can see the conveyor belt of activity happening from the west, kind of moving in a southwest pattern through the Bitterroot Valley into the Mission Valley, up toward the Flathead Valley. Some snow showers there. A nice batch of clear skies from central to eastern Montana. And as we take a look around the state right now, yeah, there are some heavy clouds there in Helena with 33 degrees, but there's no wind. No wind also in Butte. Oh, actually, it's picked up now in the last hour and a half or so. 18 miles an hour, but they're right at the freezing mark. And there's a patch of sunshine with some clouds and southwesterlies at 15 miles an hour. 36 right now in Great Falls. What does the rest of the day and going into the weekend look like? Well, we'll give you the full forecast in just a little bit. Janelle?
All right. Thanks so much, Rob. Well, we have more news ahead on the Noon News. Find out how cadets with the Bozeman Civil Air Patrol are spending their free time volunteering in a different way. But first, of course, Rob's in next with your statewide weather forecast.
It's the only place right now that's looking at potentially severe weather down here in the southern portion of Texas. There are some showers that will stream all the way up through Missouri and on into the Great Lakes. We've also got that cold air moving in right now across the northern plains. But notice what's not happening out here in the northwest? Nothing. No snow. Well, I shouldn't say that. There are some areas where we have pockets of snow, and you can just see that drifting right in from Intermountain, Idaho into Montana. There will be a couple of those snow showers and some cloudy skies, but the overall trend is showing some improvements. And right now, as we look around the state, we do have some clouds. We got a few flurries reported from places like Kalispell south into Missoula. Butte, obviously, as we just saw a little while ago, a few snow flurries there. Dillon, Helena's got some clouds. They've had some showers, but the further out east we go, the more we have sunshine, although it is still rather chilly in Yellowstone there, 9 degrees above zero. That said, it's quite a bit warmer right now than it was 24 hours ago by almost 25 degrees at Livingston and Great Falls, and even out here across the plains starting to warm up a little bit more. Here's what's happening. We've got one low pressure system with a weak cold front that's just now edging into northwestern Montana. Really all that's going to do is create a few more of those snow showers, and it's going to flatten out the temperatures and bring some cloudy skies for the next couple of days. Flatten them out, not drop them, just flatten them out a little bit, and then we're going to see a little bit of buoyancy with the thermometer here before we get into the work week. Meanwhile, some showers down toward the southwest of us. These warmer temperatures stay in place, and the drying pattern should pretty much hold for most of the state, again, with the exception of the mountains of northwestern Montana. Let's get down to the specifics here as we look at our Friday afternoon. Eventually, we're going to start to see a few more showers up here in the northwest today. It won't be a constant snow event, but there will be some snow showers. We've got partly cloudy skies. They're turning to mostly cloudy down there in southwest Montana. Also a band of cloudy skies down through central Montana. As we get out here toward the northeast, mostly sunny, partly cloudy down here to the southeast, northern Wyoming, also partly cloudy skies, and these temperatures are going to rebound back into the 40s today, which is a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. Did I mention, no I didn't, I almost said that rhetorically, did I mention that Miles City had a couple of record lows yesterday and again today? Billings had a cold record maximum, in other words a low maximum high. They got cold enough to where they broke a record from 2002. Not only was it super cold this morning in Miles City, but they also set the record for the month of April in Miles City. So the cold air is finally getting out of here. Tonight, nowhere near where it was last night. We're looking at partly cloudy skies, single digits almost into the teens and the 20s, and things will continue to steadily warm up from there. As we look at tomorrow's forecast, Saturday, we're social distancing outside. Okay, we're getting some fresh air and doing some yard work and enjoying the sunshine as temperatures begin to slowly get back toward average for this time of year, and hopefully will be exceeding average soon. The extended forecast right now shows that appears to be the trend definitely for eastern Montana. You can see by Sunday, Kalispell and Missoula will be anywhere from 47 to 54, Great Falls around 46, Helena 51 degrees, and then as we move a little bit further east across the state, the 3-day forecast, Butte, Glendive, Bozeman, and Billings definitely warming up more towards 60 degrees. In southeastern Montana, Bozeman will hit 51, and there is also a decent chance of showers for Butte and Bozeman yet this afternoon. Janelle?
All right, thanks so much, Rob. Well, most teenagers are trying to find something to do with their free time at home. A group of Bozeman teens gave back. MTN's Annie Johnson has their story.
Almost every single teenager is at home right now quarantined with their parents. But these 3 teenagers took advantage of a special opportunity they have and used it to help.
And that'll work for, then we'll just put the hooks and this stuff in there.
Cadets with the Bozeman Civil Air Patrol typically spend their free time volunteering. But today's mission was a little different.
But because we had a call for a different type of mission, which is making sandwiches, hey, we do what we gotta do.
Normally, the teens are doing missions and training for emergency services, but when they realized they were needed to help others, they immediately went to action.
It kind of gives me, I guess, a sense of purpose or something that I can do that's helping people.
I think it's super fun, and I love seeing behind the scenes of how people are helping out our community.
I'm very fortunate. I get to stay at home, I get to relax, watch TV, really just do whatever I want. There's a lot of people that aren't that fortunate, and I'm lucky enough to be one of those fortunate people, so if I can help out and give other people that don't have that something, it makes me feel better.
The 3 cadets met at the Salvation Army to do whatever needed to be done, from packing lunches for local schools to organizing toiletry items to give away. While social distancing has made things a little bit harder, the teens say they are here to get the job done. Reporting in Bozeman, Annie Johnson, MTN News.
Thanks, Annie, and great for those kids.